Welcome back, everybody. Yes, it is another edition of New Guitar Day. And despite my bold declaration of a week ago that I would not be getting another one of these, there's an interesting story attached to this. And who doesn't love an interesting story? So as we crack this open, first we want to make note of this box has seen better days. It definitely looks like it went to the UPS All-Star, let's see if we can smash the box contest. But I'm pretty confident that the guitar survived, partially because it comes in a soft case, which assists in the demolition derby. So, but we won't speak too loud. Anyways, when you last joined me, I was preparing to return my second surf green. By the way, yes, this is a Gearit GTL 200 Shoreline series. I was returning my second surf green model of this guitar, and I had previously returned 3 of the Sunburst models, and I had just about had it. And then I learned a new lesson which I never knew before. Apparently Amazon on certain items limits how many times you can exchange something. So on this particular guitar they limited me to 1 exchange. And so when the next one showed up and had a big gnarly crack in it, they denied my request. So yeah, I went away a really unhappy customer. I'm going to pull this out real quick and weigh it, and then I'll be back to continue to regale you. I'm going to say this one's going to be just about 8 pounds. That's what it feels like to me. So, could be more. These are all over the place when it comes to weight. Yeah, and as I've mentioned more than once, to me the funny part about it is that this is a thin line guitar, and the whole purpose of the thin line guitar was to lighten up the heavy Fender Telecasters back in the day, because apparently the ash was getting more dense, or I don't know what the story was. The Telecasters were getting pretty chubby towards the end of the 60s. So one of their people came up with the idea of the thin line model to sort of chill it out a bit. So, okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to pop this on the scale and weigh it out. Well, I get to keep my job in the circus. It's 8 pounds even. So I should get a job in the circus. Anyway, so to get the story going and wrap it up quick, just want to take a look. Last time I totally overlooked that crack. We've got a ding in the back here, which is too bad, but as the story goes, it will be self-explanatory why we're just going to overlook that. Once again, the neck ends home run. They definitely have it together when it comes to that. So I contacted Gearit and I said, look, the bottom line is I'm really unhappy. I'm unhappy that I keep getting guitars that just have, you know, beyond the cosmetic. Okay, so this one's got a ding in it. Anyways, long story short, they sent me this guitar for free, which is why I will not complain about this ding. Plus, it's in a place that I will never see it, and that's always a good thing. So, I'm going to go plug this in and just see if it works, because that's really most important. And, yeah, but it's funny when someone gives you something, you really can't complain. So I'm not going to, unless it just completely doesn't play, and then at that point I'll just give it away to someone who wants it. Okay, we're back, and this is going to be abbreviated because it is about 5:30 in the evening. This is definitely one of the later UPS deliveries. Usually expect this in the middle of winter, around Christmas time, but guess a lot of people bought a lot of stuff this week, so this didn't get here till like 5 o'clock. Initial impressions are just fine. It does suffer from the same issue that 95% of these seem to suffer with, is there's a wiring a reversal of the wires that needs to happen. So in the middle position there's a phasing issue. But the good news is I don't play in the middle position most of the time. Most of the time I play in the neck position, which is the P90, and it sounds just fine. I only played 2 songs. Again, I could be back. In fact, I will be back in 5, 10, a week for more impressions. But I just wanted to while I was fresh, wanted to say thank you to Gearit for offering above the call of duty customer service. I did not expect that they would send me a free guitar. At best, I was hoping that they were going to intercede on my behalf with Amazon and ask them to waive their policy of only one exchange and give me another exchange. But according to them, this guitar was inspected because it came from their factory or from their warehouse. I'm not really sure what to think about that. I mean, again, if someone who plays guitar picked this guitar up, it seems to play okay. The action seems to be okay. I haven't checked the intonation, but it seems to play fine. So I'm not going to be a doubting Thomas. I am paranoid because that other guitar I looked at and I went, wow, it looks great, everything's great. And I look again and there's a freaking crack on the body, but I don't see anything. The neck pocket fit seems to be really nice. There's some really interesting figuring on the fretboard, which again means nothing other than it's visually interesting. It's funny because this part of the neck seems to be unfinished, whereas the other one seems to be finished. But again, I don't look at that, so it doesn't matter. So anyways, as we began, I shall end. It is May the 17th, 2024. It's a Friday afternoon. This will be the 7th Gearit thin line that I've purchased, and I'm keeping 2, because again, this is a free gift. Even if I didn't like this, even if I had complaints, I'd be pushing my luck. So no matter what, I will work with whatever this brings to me. Yeah, and it has a little ding on it, which the camera won't pick up, and again, it's right here. I will never notice it when I'm playing, so there couldn't be a better place. If you have to have a ding, put your ding there, kids. Anyways, I'll be back in a week or so with more commentary. Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday morning. It is May the 22nd, 2024. I got this guitar last Friday, so I've had this guitar for 5 days. I've done too many videos on this model of guitar. This is the GTL 200 Shoreline series from Gearit. And they finally got fed up with me after I sent back too many, and they said, if we give you a guitar, will you go away? So they gave me a guitar, and while this guitar is not perfect, no guitar is, this one's actually nice. And again, it was a gift, so I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. I will point out, I think I did already on the video, that it has a ding on the bottom. And for some odd reason on this particular guitar, they did not finish the heel of the neck. Minor cosmetic stuff. This guitar does seem to suffer from the consistent issue with the wiring, giving the out of phase tone when you're in the middle position. It has some crackling issues. I don't know if that's just static electricity. But overall it plays good, it sounds good. I did have to make a few adjustments. The saddle on the low E and the A string, no matter how far pulled back, it would not intonate, it stayed sharp. So I cut the springs in half so that I could draw the saddle back even further. It's not perfectly intonated, but I don't have perfect hearing, so it's good enough. So anyways, I have another guitar coming today. It's not a Gearit. I think I'm done with Gearit. I think I tried enough. Again, this was my 7th attempt at this particular model, and 5 of them went back. But I do have the Sunburst model, which I like, and I've got this model, and I like, and of course the price was right on this. So again, I'm accepting it for the gift that it is, and I do thank the people at Gearit for being somewhat reasonable, although it did take a little arm twisting on my part to say, hey, how about some customer service here? But they snapped into shape and delivered, so I will give them 2 thumbs up. Yes, there's those thumbs. So anyways, yeah, I don't imagine anyone's going to even want to watch this when you see the headline number 7. It's like, what's with this guy? Again, I've said it once, I've said it again. If you're going to sell a guitar, there's a certain standard you have to meet. I do not expect custom shop guitars for under $100, but I do expect a guitar that will play. And if I have to put a little bit of work into it, I don't mind doing that, but not an excessive amount. So if you're a guitar manufacturer, you better hear the heed, hear the call. There is a certain standard that you have to meet. You can't just send out absolute junk and expect people to put up with it. At least not me, because I won't. I'll just send it right back to you. Anyways, thank you for joining us. We will be back later today with another guitar. We'll let it remain a mystery at this point, because who doesn't love a good mystery? And we'll see you then. So have a good morning.